Hello fellow garden enthusiasts, if you've ever felt the thrill of seeing your first sprouts of spring burst through the soil, you know that gardening isn't just a hobby, it's a ritual. But here's the thing, the magic doesn't start in spring, it begins much earlier, during the quiet, contemplative months of winter. Today on Soil Sage Chronicles, I want to share a practice that many gardeners swear by, winter soil preparation using fermented plant juices, or FPJs, and guide you through it step by step so your garden thrives when the warm months arrive. Winter may seem like a dormant period for your garden, but for those in the know, it's the perfect time to give your soil a nutritional head start. Think of soil as a living ecosystem. Even under frost or snow, beneficial microbes are still active, albeit slowly, decomposing organic matter and maintaining the soil's health. Preparing your soil in winter ensures that come spring, the ground is alive with nutrients, microbes, and a balanced structure ready to support vigorous growth. By incorporating FPJs into your winter routine, you're essentially giving your plants a natural, highly concentrated boost. These juices, rich in enzymes, amino acids, and micronutrients, act like a multivitamin for your garden. FPJs are simple, homemade liquid fertilizers created by fermenting plant materials in water with a sugar source. Think of it as brewing a nutrient-packed elixir for your soil and plants. Unlike commercial fertilizers, FPJs are gentle, natural, and full of life, supporting beneficial bacteria while feeding plants directly. Different plants create FPJs with distinct nutrient profiles. For example, comfrey leaves produce a potassium-rich FPJ ideal for flowering plants, while nettles create a nitrogen-heavy juice perfect for leafy greens. By creating two separate FPJs and testing them on identical plants, you can observe which one gives greener leaves, stronger stems, and more abundant fruit set, a fun and scientific way to fine-tune your garden's nutrition. Before we dive into the step-by-step, here's a list of everything you'll need. Don't worry, it's simple and mostly common garden or household items. You'll need fresh plant material. Think nutrient-rich leaves like comfrey, nettle, dandelion, or even garden clippings. Clean water is essential. Rainwater or filtered water works best, avoiding chemicals that might harm beneficial microbes. Sugar or molasses acts as the food for fermentation, and a simple airtight container will hold your brew. You might also want a strainer, measuring tools, labels for tracking, and gloves to keep things tidy. Once you have these ready, you're set to make your first batch of winter FPJ. I want to make this process as clear and foolproof as possible, because precision matters. The correct ratios and methods can make the difference between a potent booster and a batch that doesn't do much at all. Step 1. Harvest the plants. The best time to harvest for FPJs is late winter or early spring. Leaves are nutrient-dense during this period, and the plants are usually free from pests. Avoid any diseased or insect-damaged material. The healthier the plant material, the more effective your FPJ will be. Step 2. Prepare the plant material. Chop the leaves into small pieces, roughly 1 to 2 centimeters. This increases surface area and accelerates fermentation. The ideal ratio is 1 part plant material to 2 parts water. For example, if you have 500 grams of leaves, mix them with 1 liter of water. Alright, step 3. To feed the beneficial microbes, go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of molasses for every 1 cup of water. This simple addition, honestly, ensures the fermentation process produces the right nutrients and keeps the microbial life thriving. Now, just stir well to combine everything. Next up, step 4. Pour your mixture into an airtight container, but remember to leave a little space at the top to allow for expansion. Place it in a dark, warm spot, somewhere around 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, or about 68 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Make sure to stir it daily to prevent any mold from forming. The mixture usually ferments for about 7 to 10 days, depending on your room temperature. You'll know it's ready when it smells pleasantly sour but not rotten. Step 5 is all about straining and storing. Once fermentation is complete, you'll want to strain out the solids and pour the liquid into airtight bottles. Make sure you store these in a cool, dark place. Oh, and don't forget to label each bottle with the plant type and the date. This way, you can keep track of which FPJ works best for which plants. Now, creating the FPJ is only half the story. Knowing how and when to apply it is just as critical. For foliar sprays, dilute your FPJ to a ratio of 1 to 100. That's 1 part FPJ to 100 parts water. This lets the leaves absorb nutrients directly without causing burn. For soil drenching, a stronger dilution of 1 to 50 works best to feed roots directly. To give you an example, if you're working on a 10 square meter plot, a foliar spray would be about 100 milliliters of FPJ mixed with 10 liters of water. For a soil drench on the same area, use roughly 200 milliliters of FPJ and 10 liters of water. It's best to apply early in the morning or late afternoon to prevent sunburn on leaves, and repeat every 7 to 10 days during early growth for the best results. One of the most rewarding aspects of FPJ gardening is seeing tangible results. By applying 2 different FPJs to identical plants, you can directly compare their effectiveness, monitor leaf color, plant height, stem thickness, and fruiting, take notes and even photos to track growth. Over time, you'll develop a keen sense of which plant material produces the best FPJ for your unique soil and climate. While FPJs are a superstar, winter soil prep doesn't stop there. Incorporating organic matter such as compost or well-rotted manure really improves soil structure, moisture retention, and microbial diversity. Mulching with straw or leaves keeps soil temperature stable and prevents nutrient loss. These practices, combined with FPJs, ensure that your garden's ecosystem is thriving by the time spring arrives. For experienced gardeners, consider layering different FPJs with compost teas or microbial inoculants. This approach enhances nutrient diversity and supports a dynamic, balanced soil microbiome. Even small tweaks, like adding a dash of rock dust or seaweed extract, can further boost soil vitality. But hey, even seasoned gardeners can slip up. Over-fermentation is one common issue. If your FPJ smells rotten rather than pleasantly sour, it's best to discard it. Make sure containers are sealed, but allow minor gas release, as trapped gases can cause explosions in extreme cases. Another frequent mistake is ignoring dilution ratios. Applying FPJ too concentrated can stress plants rather than feed them. Always follow the recommended 1 to 100 or 1 to 50 guidelines, and adjust only based on careful observation. Finally, remember that consistency is key. Applying FPJs sporadically won't yield the dramatic results you're aiming for. Regular applications and careful record-keeping make a noticeable difference over time. FPJs work because they feed both plants and soil microbes simultaneously. The fermentation process breaks down complex compounds in plant material, releasing nutrients in forms that plants can readily absorb. Amino acids, enzymes, and micronutrients encourage robust growth, while the microbial activity enhances soil structure and fertility. In short, FPJs act as a bridge between your soil and your plants, creating a healthy, self-sustaining system. This is why gardeners who swear by winter FPJ preparation see stronger plants, greener leaves, and more abundant harvests come spring. I've spent years experimenting with FPJs and winter soil prep, and I can tell you, there's nothing more satisfying than seeing a garden spring to life after months of winter quiet. What excites me most is sharing these practices with fellow gardeners, demystifying the process, and seeing everyone reap the rewards of healthy soil and thriving plants. Even if you're new to FPJs, starting small, maybe with a few pots or a single raised bed, can give you the confidence to scale up. The results are almost always rewarding, and you'll gain knowledge that lasts a lifetime. This winter, don't just wait for spring, prepare for it. By creating FPJs, enriching your soil, and tracking your garden's progress, you'll unlock a season of vigorous growth and lush greenery. Precision, patience, and experimentation are your allies. If you're ready to transform your garden and experience the difference of winter soil prep firsthand, start with 1 FPJ batch today. Test, observe, and refine your approach. Trust me, your spring garden will thank you. And, hey, if you enjoyed this guide, make sure to subscribe to Soil Sage Chronicles for more in-depth gardening tips. Share this with your gardening friends, and join a community of passionate soil and plant enthusiasts. Let's grow smarter, greener, and more sustainably together.